How are you dealing with all of this, Conor? I mean, it's great to see you. It's been a long time coming. That's probably the biggest, stupidest thing I've said. Long time coming. How are you dealing with all of this? I wonder if there's even more scrutiny and intensity on you this time round.
I mean, it's good to be back, first off, especially at home. That's, it feels like the homecoming. It's just a massive blessing for me to be back on these shores.
Yeah. Does it dawn on you? Because I know you did your camp abroad. That's great. You've got that degree of separation. Now you've come back into the eye of the storm, I reckon. I mean, it's bigger this time round. I think that's fair to say. Have you realised, the amount of people that are talking about it, the amount of people that have got opinions on it?
Ultimately, I'm a fighter. It's what I do. This is what I work hard for. It's not just been a 6-month thing or a 12-week thing. It's been a 10-year thing of working hard to get to this stage that I'm at now. So it's a blessing to be able to give the British public this fight.
Can you even begin to prepare for Ben Eubank though? I mean, this isn't unlike anything else. I mean, I've said it a million times. British boxing's biggest rivalry. I wonder how much you want to find peace on Saturday night in the result.
I find peace regardless. I've done everything I can in my power possible to get the stoppage. I've prepared so hard. I've done everything I possibly can. Me and my team, separating myself and making sacrifices from my familiarities back home. And having a team there just to fully focus on one outcome. For 12 weeks, about a team of 8 people, fully focused and fully working towards one goal, one outcome. And that's it for the past 12 weeks. I've had the fight 100 times over in my head anyway.
Can I ask you a question that it might poke you a little bit, but it comes from a genuine place? Talk about the team, and your dad is just such a terrific influence. And I mean, talk about you can go to the one man that knows how to cope with a big situation. But how do you make sure on that ring walk and in just before that moment, when if you could bottle that up, when the ring empties out and it's just you and him, that your head doesn't fall off, that you don't lose concentration in that one moment? So that makes my heart skip a beat when I think about the sheer amount of pressure in that one moment. How do you make sure that you're the one that keeps it together, that it's not you that...
Well, I mean, that's why and you getting in the ring, though.
Do you
know what I mean? So, you go, how have you done that for 23 fights?
Yeah, because we can't rationalise that.
Going in there...
aren't fighters who can't understand.
Oh, I wouldn't expect you to go in there and understand what it's like for someone to try and render you unconscious.
That's one is Chris Eubank Jr. with everything.
Listen, I treat every fight personally. Every fight's personal to me. There's nothing more fearful and more scary for a young kid at the age of 19 to leave his family in Australia to come to Britain with no amateur background and walk out to 20,000. There's nothing more scary than that. I promise you that right now.
Yeah. Well, I think back to the debut and those early days of you dancing with your dad, and it was so fun. That's why I know there was risk, and I know you could lose at any point. I knew that, but just because of the way that this fight has gone, it's bigger than I think a lot of people could have imagined.
I'm built for this. I do this every day. I live this every day. For the past 10 years, I'm built for this. It's not like it's who I am. I don't just wake up one morning and go, oh, I'm going to be a fighter. I fight. I'm a fighter through and through in life, in everything I do. Of course, it's going to be, a surreal experience, but just take it all in. Enjoy it, live it. You've worked hard for this, you've earned this. You've done all the hard work in the gym, you've left no stone unturned. So what have I got to worry about?
Almost embrace it, I suppose.
Yeah, what have I got to worry about? I'm going in there to have a fight. To you that may sound daunting. I'm just going in there to have a fight. That's it. That's all. Going in there, have a little tear up, we're done.
I suppose the difference...
we're modern day gladiators. I'm not wired the way you're wired. I wouldn't even know where to start to asking someone questions. No, genuinely, I wouldn't even know where to start. So that's why everyone is good at what they do. I'm good at fighting.
Yeah. I suppose the one sort of dynamic that I'll keep going back to is that it's Eubank. Because everything that we've done in this build-up, everything you did in the build-up for the first fight, everything that the fathers did, it is different. I think it does feel different. I know you talk just another fight, a ring, it's always going to be a ring, but because it's him, of all people?
Well, let us answer your question. The only thing I asked for in my contract was an 18-foot ring. So let that just ease your mind in how I'm feeling.
I reckon I don't want to say like as if I know it all, but we do know what we've seen from you. We know how intense you can be and dangerous early in the fight. That Vargas fight, I wonder if the way you exploded on Samuel Vargas that time, is that the sort of fight that you might predict that you could launch at him, jump on him? Would you be confident enough to even say that?
What do you mean?
Like that would be the best way to get to him, or do you not really want to give stuff
I
away?
don't. It ain't going to change the outcome. He ain't going to be ready for what's coming anyway. So you want to sit here and go, what, are you coming in there to steamroll? Of course I am. You think I'm coming in there to muck about? You don't get paid for overtime. So when I come in there, it's not a matter of, let's have a little move around and see. Let's come meet me in the middle then.
Is that how it has to be for you as well?
No, it's not. It's how I have it at all my fights.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't just go, it's Eubank. That's just how I am. It's not like, because it's Eubank. Vargas, come meet me in the ring then. Look at my whole career. Look at the meaningful fights. I'll meet and bang in the middle. You want to have a speed contest? Let's run it. You want to have a reaction contest? Let's run it. You want to have who's got sharper reactions? Let's run it. Power, run it. Any of them, any of the attributes. Let's do it then. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I am with everybody, not just because it's Eubank. You think you're faster than me? Cool, prove it. Think you're stronger than me? Prove it. Think you're smarter than me? Prove it. And I'm willing to have them questions. If you are faster than me, cool, no problem. Let's see if you're smarter than me. If you ain't smarter than me, cool. Well, let's slug it out then. See who's got more balls. Let's see who's got more heart. And that's my sort of mentality going into any fight and every fight. If I'm jumping up to 160 for this fight, I will be going back down to 147 to win the world title after this fight. But for me, I don't. He's a man. If I look at him on road and go, he's a bit too big. I just don't. I'm not wired that way. I don't look at him and go, you're too big, or, it's a fight. I want to get my hands on you. I get my hands on you.
We can almost write that out then, can't we? Like Conor Benn. I don't want to say write out Conor Benn on points, but in terms of getting on the back foot and boxing, you can write
but
it
out. Can go points. It can go points. People want to just talk about my power. How about my last 2 fights going 12 rounds easy? But easy. Then the fight before that, 10 rounds, easy. There's not enough credit put on my boxing ability or my engine or my work rate. I make the fights look easy on my worst day, going through cases. So it's I'm not concerned in any slice of it going distance, knockout. Obviously, I'll be gunning for the knockout, but you get beaten for 12, no problem. That's where it comes down to. All right, cool. You want to test the power? You want to test the boxing brain? You want to go, test the cardio? Well, let's test it all. See who comes out on top.
Stuff's been said and stuff has happened and stuff's been thrown in the build-up. Has that added anything to it for you? I think the egg was a big flashpoint, but I get the impression it hasn't really lingered as a talking point. You maybe moved through it. Are you expecting anything similar this week? No,
I'm not expecting anything similar this week. I'm not even in that sort of frame of mind anyway. It's done now. It's done. Everything's done. I'm not really sitting here going, the egg slap was well done, pound the back. If I could get my hands on him in the moment, yeah, of course I would have got my hands on him, but not now. It's gone way past. I don't think about that.
Do you spend any time thinking about him or how he acts? I saw Eddie Hearn say yesterday, Eddie Hearn's straight reaction was, he's got some weight to lose. What did you see when you saw him in that brief face-to-face yesterday? I think he looks in great condition. I think he works extremely hard. I think he's not taking me lightly. I think his career's on the line. And when a man's career is on the line, it makes him dangerous. And do you want to squash that anyway? Because the one thing surely you want at the end of this is for you to say, I beat the best Eubank, Eubank that he could beat. Listen, I don't really care what people think, man. I'm sitting here going, well,
People have a lot to say. You know, some people will say he was at his best. Some people will say he was his worst day. Some people will say this. Some people will say I couldn't care less. Ultimately, I'm beating who I got to beat on the night. That's it. Whether he's at his best or he's not at his best, I couldn't care less. I've prepared for the best.
Have you thought about what you will say after as well? That'd be my last question to you.
Who wants smoke at 160? Dish it out, no problem.
Canelo, come see me.
See you at 168, mate. No, I ain't joking. Drop back down. No, I won't be doing that.
Will you have a message for any doubters or anything like that, though? Or you just
I don't know.
think about that?
I don't know. I really, given the past 2 years, really don't really care what. Listen, I go in there and I fight. You enjoy it. That's it. If you want to watch me fight, watch me get knocked out, no problem. You want to watch me win, no problem. Like, I'm happy, regardless. I love what I do, and no one's going to take that away from me. Winning is just it's a product of hard work.
Yeah. What do they say? If you love yourself, you'll never work a day in your life. So.
I mean, I do question my love for the sport when I'm up at like 5 a.m. Yeah. That definitely sometimes. I sit down and I think about it. Like, God, this is hard work. This. Yeah, but I love it.
Listen,
I love it.
Lovely to talk to you. I wish you all the best on Saturday. Go well.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.